Hello everyone, I'm Sparky. With all the effects-driven movies out in recent history, I feel like we need to be reminded of the great films that got us here. Specifically films pre-1960s. I think we should start off with a good one. How about... Here's a few reasons you should watch this movie. Number 5. Leslie Nielsen. I mean, come on. It's Leslie Nielsen. If you don't know who Leslie Nielsen is, then why are you allowed to watch movies? Moving on. Number 4. The props and effects. For starters, this film was released in 1956, and during the 1950s, sci-fi films involving space travel were extremely popular, and studios pumped them out left and right. Most had terrible costumes, bad monsters, and ships that looked like tiki torches on strings. Forbidden Planet isn't like that at all. Right off the bat, we break away from the usual rocket ship and glide through space in a sexy flying saucer. I mean, look how sexy it is. Don't you just want to Beyond the ship, we have a whole film filled with amazing matte paintings, terrific miniatures, sleek and believable props, and set design that rivals that of movies produced in the 80s and 90s. The draw on film effects should be applauded as well. Aside from the fact that a couple were used to visualize robo-migraines and murder endangered species, the effects were dazzling yet simple. Look at this amazing scene where animators perfectly sync an actor with an evil monster. These effects were done without computers. Number 3. Robby the Robot. Most people know Robby for his appearance in Lost in Space as a bad guy, but Robby was in fact built for Forbidden Planet at the cost of $125,000, and that's 1950s money. That's just over $1 million today. For sci-fi robots of his time, Robby was a marvel. Minus knees, he had more articulation than you could shake a stick at, not to mention fully functioning neon tubes responding to dialogue on a beautifully designed face.
Welcome to Altair 4, gentlemen.
Robby's creator even took the time and effort to articulate the many mechanisms inside Robby's brain to give him a more realistic interaction while thinking and speaking. I'm going to give you a moment to just soak up the sheer awesomeness of Robby. Number 2. The plot. This is something that some of today's movie fans may have trouble understanding, but movies suck without a thought-out plot. The plot makes up the story, and the story brings the film together. Forbidden Planet one-ups the usual 1950s sci-fi space travel story by not making it about fighting aliens. In fact, the only aliens mentioned in the film have been dead for totes a totally long time.
In times long past, this planet was the home of a mighty and noble race of beings, which called themselves the Krell.
The story actually focuses on human issues: arrogance, distrust, anger, fear, and the human id. I won't give it away, but the only alien plotlines in Forbidden Planet involve this guy and this thing. There's even a nice subplot about childish innocence. This is much better than some gray creature feature story. It reminds us that no matter how far we travel, we never escape the dark side of ourselves. Number 1. Leslie Nielsen. Seriously people, Leslie Nielsen. I understand we all know Leslie from his comedy career, Police Squad, Naked Gun, Airplane, Spy Hard. He's a funny guy. But this is one of his serious roles, and he does a great job playing the stern but lovable captain, stuck on a mission on the outskirts of human colonization, dealing with an alcoholic cook.
You're smooth, too.
And a space rapist. He gets a chance in this film to show the full range of his acting abilities and doesn't leave us disappointed. You should really just watch the movie before I spoil it. It's worth your time, trust me. Well, that's it folks. Put down your copy of whatever Transformers just came out and watch something good.